Hi guys, and welcome to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast with me, Alex Whiteley. And yes, there was no episode last week because I felt like the sun was trying to murder me, and I decided to take a break. I think there's a lot of people that are in that situation. It was a very hot week, wasn't it, last week? And yeah, the weekend was different. I think once we all signed off at like 5 o'clock, it's kind of like, yeah, bring on the sun, burn me. But like, why are you trying to work in that environment? It's hard. I mean, I work from home most of the week last week, and I had a fan facing me. I had my windows open. I could nip to the freezer and grab like, I don't know, a push pop or something. But I like those fruit like split ice lollies. They're really cool, and the ones that you can push up and you can eat I love that. They have been my absolute lifesaver during this heat wave. But to those that are out there keeping the world turning and helping people, saving people, and out there doing absolutely barbaric physical stuff in that heat, thank you so much for doing what you do. It's been difficult for so many people, and yet I'm complaining about releasing a mere podcast. But anyway, we have a great guest for you today on the Shrewsbury Biscuit. Today we have this amazing talent. That's Greysha with Endgame, and I interviewed Greysha last year for a short while at Loopfest, and I said I'd get her back on the podcast, and that's what today's episode is. Absolutely worth waiting for. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to beat around the bush too much. This is a great episode. I'll catch you guys after this main interview, but yes, this is Greysha on the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Enjoy. Said I took my lumps, roll with the punches. Made my bed, ignored my hunches. I focused on the wrong stuff, but baby, you are the change now. Let them talk, let them talk, let them talk. Took my lumps, roll with the punches. Made my bed. Thank you for coming on to the Shrewsbury Biscuit today, Greysha.
Oh, of course.
I met you last year at Loopfest, I think it was. Me and Timmy interviewed you, and I said I'd definitely love to get you on here for a feature episode, and here you are today. So thank you.
Here we are.
It's a hot, sticky day. Like we just met.
God, tell me about it.
My internet decided to crap the bed before as we were about to record. My son was going, I can't get on the Xbox. And I was like, more importantly, I can't interview Greysha. What's going on?
I don't know, man. Xbox is pretty important. I'm not sure.
So anyway, where are you coming from today? You in the studio today, are you?
Well, actually, I'm at Dan's house because we've got rehearsal later on for band practice. So I'm currently in Dan's room, hence the boy mess in the back. But yeah, we have a good mic, so that's all that matters.
I love that the boy mess. I'm the same. I've got like odd aid on my stuff here. My wife hates it because I'm like, I want a picture of Kevin Smith in my wall. And she's like, oh, okay.
Maybe you should just like split your house in half. Maybe have like boy mess and then like normal.
I'm trying to convince her that we have a dining room area, and I'm trying to convince her to turn it into a kind of, because she works from home, I work from home. I podcast, she doesn't, right? So I'm going, we can turn this corner into like a podcast studio that seconds up as a dining room. And she's like,
no, I dig that. I'm sure she's like that.
Absolutely not. Was the correct answer. But yeah. So anyway, where do you hail from originally, Greysha? And where do you begin life?
So well, I mean, the first 2 years of my life, I grew up in. I say grew up. I was 2, so I left Norfolk when I was 2. So I had 2 years in Norfolk, and then I moved straight to Shropshire. And I've been living there since, but I've actually recently moved to London in the past 3 months, so freshly out of Shropshire.
Yeah, you mentioned that the other day, and I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Is that to follow the music?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to move out anyway, and I've always felt kind of attracted to London, so I thought, just go for it, and so I have. But I love it, and it's nice coming back here as well because I perform gigs here quite a lot, and I've got friends and family and people who know my music here, and it's really, really nice. So yeah, it's nice to come back and do both.
You've been gigging from a very young age, haven't you? When did you start gigging?
I think my first gig was when I was about 14, I reckon. And so I used to do quite a lot of acoustic stuff. But I've kind of been going since. So obviously I've evolved my set and my music and how I perform. But yeah, I've been performing for a while.
What was that like as a youngster, stepping up on stage for the first time? I appreciate, by the way, the signal's not great. I appreciate there's probably a bit of a delay as well, but yeah, when you get
it's all right.
It's like, oh, Greysha's coming all the way from New Zealand today.
Yeah, that will qualify the delay.
So yeah, as a youngster stepping up on stage for the first time, was that like the dream? Was there a bit of pressure there? Was it something you just fell into?
Yeah. I think I was really scared at first. It was definitely one of those where I really had to just throw myself into it and like keep on going through the nerves, because I got really like huge stage fright. But I think genuinely the more I did it, it just kind of faded. I think it was just exposure. So I mean, I think if like performing right now, I think I could probably perform to a wall and maybe a bug, and I'd still do the same show as like a room full of people. So that's the good bit that I've got to now. So it's yeah. So but yeah, I was definitely like super scared at first for a long time.
That is great experience for a young musician. I mean, I watched you at Loopfest on stage, and you absolutely rocked it. By the way, you look like you belonged on stage.
Oh, I love it. I do love it. That gig was so good. That was the same. Oh, was it the St. Mary's one? That one? Or was it the one?
No, that was the Castle.
Yes, yeah. No, that was amazing. But yeah, absolutely loved it. And yeah, Loopfest is so good.
I also feel guilty at Loopfest because I create a relationship with musicians, and I'm like, I'll see you next year. I'll make sure I find you. I did that with a band called Dead Rays last year. I interviewed them. They're an amazing group. And I missed them. And I said to him, I'd interview them. I felt so bad. And I didn't see you this year at Loopfest. How was your festival this year? Did you enjoy it?
Oh, it was lovely. It was, I did a set at St. Mary's Church in Shrewsbury Town. So it's just beautiful. Just beautiful. Like the acoustics are just like top tier. Yeah, beautiful venue, beautiful people, beautiful sound. All round win, I think.
I interviewed a band called Dutch Criminal Record from in St. Mary's, and they bought an Echo pedal, and they were like, we definitely didn't need it for St. Mary's.
Oh my god, real.
It was like acoustics on top of acoustics.
Yeah. No, sometimes I feel like that because we've got quite a lot of reverby kind of stuff with some of the vocals and whatever. But I think it was the sweet spot in the church. It was nice.
What about this county sort of inspires you when it comes to writing and making music? Because obviously has done from a young age.
Yeah, it really does. I think there's such like a contrast. I don't know. It's such a beautiful place, but I think as a young person growing up, it can also be really lonely. And I think there's a lot of like, I don't know, young people drinking and like, I don't know, drug taking, like I think quite young, like, and in like forests and woods, and like, not that that specifically inspires me, but I think it's just like there's a real contrast between it being such a lovely, beautiful, kind of quietish county, and also like, I don't know, I think for young people it's quite hard to kind of find yourself and make a mark and decide what the hell's going on. And but yeah, I find it a really inspiring place actually. Like a real love-hate relationship. Not hate, but you know what I mean? Like it's like a...
I know exactly what you feel.
Yeah.
I mean, I've lived in both...
Describe.
I've lived in both Telford and in Shrewsbury. And I know that like Telford has its hard edges, but I feel like... I don't know. I described Telford as like a Pokemon recently because I feel like it's evolving.
yeah. Oh my God, yeah. But I know, like, yeah, you're so right though. You're so right. It does have its edges, but there's just something so beautiful about it. I don't know.
I don't mean it. I'm really sorry to Telford because I'm a Telford lad. I'm from outside. But it's a bit like the ugly duckling, and I mean that in a nice way. I mean, like when I grew up in Telford, I was fighting every day. I grew up in Dorley, man. It was bad.
It's character building.
Right, in it, right?
Literally, yeah.
But they're making so many amazing
Yeah.
changes to the infrastructure around Shrewsbury, Telford. Sorry, I was walking around the town park the other day, and I was like, "Do you know what? They've actually done a really good job with like Salford
Yeah,
Water
you got
Park."
to give them the credit, haven't you? But that's true. But like, I used to go to Telford all the time when I was a kid, and it's like we all slate it, but actually, I think I don't know. People who grow up in Shropshire probably go to Telford quite a lot, especially like growing up and stuff. For me, but yeah, interesting.
But one of the ways that Telford's, I am in Shrewsbury, but I think Telford, I don't know, this is really controversial because I think it's two different things, but Telford has evolved with music, and you got people like Trademark Blood and the
Yeah,
Shropshire
yeah.
Music Awards, Bass Phase, Dribs. There's a few artists there that have really like dragged the music scene. There's a few, Miss Ink as well. There's a
Yeah,
few
I was
people
gonna
there
say
that
Miss Ink. Yeah,
there's a few people that are absolutely just dragging the music scene up.
yeah,
In,
yeah,
and
yeah,
yourself, obviously, you've
yeah.
been. So I mean, what is that like seeing that? Because it's evident what's going on in Telford. What seeing that change? Is that encouraging?
I think it's really, really encouraging, and I think there's so many amazing musicians in Shropshire, like truly, and I think part of the I don't know disconnect or like I don't know is because it's like a small county and it's like where you're trying to find the opportunities, you're kind of trying to find the place, like your place in music in Shropshire, and it's like it's a really interesting one. And I think you're right because there has been a lot of kind of development in the arts and like I don't know recognition with the awards and that kind of thing recently, which has been really nice. And it seems like there's been a little bit more of a progression or like a buzz, I guess, which is kind of what
Yeah,
you're saying.
yeah.
So that's been really nice because I remember when I was kind of like getting on my way with starting out, like when I was kind of like 16, 17, and that there was not much really. So you kind of just had to do whatever came up. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
nice.
like doing the pub circuits, isn't it? That's
Yeah,
the
that's
usual
it.
thing. Yeah. But look what's done for you. I mean, you're doing really well. When it comes to music writing, are there songs from when you were, I suppose, like we all go through like growing up and we have the vulnerable stage where we don't understand our emotions, don't understand the world around us. Are there songs that you've written from that era of your life that you look back at and you can kind of like, I don't know, it's like having a conversation with yourself when you're younger, you know?
Yeah, it's interesting. There's one of the I guess it was kind of one of the first songs I released called Gold Glaze, which is on my Spotify.
It's a
That
great
is
tune.
it, thank you. It is
Great.
that's quite a lot about like growing up and kind of looking back and going, I don't know, it will be kind of like a weird phase. Not phase, like a literally like a glaze. And it's all being like a little bit fuzzy and I don't know. But remembering nostalgia and all these kind of things, but also like losing the memory of it as you grow up, but also trying to connect with your younger self, I guess. So yeah, I think that's the one or one of the ones that is kind of about that that I can look back on.
They say that when we're like 14, 15. I think for guys, I think it's a bit older.
Yeah.
For girls, about 14, the brain kind of resets, right? So like all the stuff that you've learned emotionally
Literally
starts all over again, and that's the kind of difficult ages for people. But it's nice to. I interviewed a guy years ago when we were doing USUK, US UK. I always have to do the US UK thing because it sounds like I'm being rude, but I'm not. me and Tom Bruno, we interviewed a guy called Ben Fuchs, and Ben Fuchs is a huge guy in the world of cosmetics, and we were having a conversation about nostalgia. Me and Tom used to like buzz about nostalgia all the time. Oh, do you remember South Park? Do you remember this? Blah blah blah. And he came up with this very interesting point that actually nostalgia is a very mild version of depression. And I would be like, what? And he was saying like, I know, right? Both me and were like, shut up, don't get it. What? But it was like you're yearning for what can't be can't be grabbed. Do you know what I mean? You want a time machine to go back and do that all again.
So true.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, but also sometimes you don't. But also there's some like a real comfort in knowing what was because it's secure, it's done, it's unchanging. So
the past is the past, right?
The past is the past. But yeah.
We can leave breadcrumbs for ourselves through media. That's why I love what I do with the biscuit, right? Like I've been doing this for so long now. There are parts of my life where I can listen to something and be like, do you know what? Like, I'm really proud of that. Or do you know what? When I did that, I was in quite a bit of pain, actually. Or I remember this. you know what I mean? So it's nice that I feel like we are gifted in. You're more gifted than I am. I talk in a microphone and sing, but like we have this gift that we can do. We can offer these breadcrumbs.
That's it. It's like immortalizing memories and emotions and past activities, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a specific? We talk about Endgame now. We talk about the new song, which is incredible. By the way, I love the sound you go for. I want to go back into the evolution of how you get the specific sound you want. But when it comes to writing songs, that song in particular, is there a lyric or a part of the song that you are very fond of that you think, oh my God, this is me, this is what I did?
Oh gosh, I think one of the lyrics that I really like is let me think about that. Which one is it?
You do rehearsals today, so this is a good start for you. I mean,
it's every week a different me. I'm passing through like spring, and I just think, especially when you're like, because I actually wrote that song about like 2 years ago. It's quite a long time ago. Obviously, like with the process, kind of whatever. But I think like I just felt like I was just constantly trying to find what, number one, who I was, number two, I don't know, trying to find some sort of good thing in life. And it was just like this constant shifting, like, I don't know, it just felt so chaotic. And sometimes you have to change yourself to know like what you're doing, what you like. And I don't know, that can be quite scary and strange. So
I hear a lot of people say, this is me, and if you don't like it, then you can step away. But actually, no, we need to adjust, and we need to, I mean, there is definitely a part of me that's like, do you know what, bollocks, this is who I am, get out of my way. There is a part of me, but also we have to adjust to the world, don't we? We have to meander and bend, and knowing what we want to be and what we want to do can sometimes encourage those changes, right?
I think especially when you don't know who you are as well, that's weird. So
I do often think about this microphone here, because I started this when I was like, I don't know, 30. I was thinking, if I'd done this when I was younger, I could have been like, brah, now. But you know what? I don't care. Like I said, like my life is made me who I am today. And maybe
totally.
If you'd have picked up a guitar later on in life, you wouldn't have been charged and emotionally the way you were when you were younger. And the same with me with the mic. Do you know what I mean? Like, these things happen for a reason.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. I think you're right. Everything happens for a reason. You got to work with what you have at the moment. There's nothing you can do about the past, is there? You just move on and carry on with what you have, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And when it comes to making a song, I said I'll come back to the evolution of Endgame. How long does it take to? I mean, of course, what's the process first? Do you write the song and then the music, or the music then the song?
It's interesting. There's kind of two ways it goes with me. I'll either come up with the lyrics first and I'll have to note them down, and usually I'll have the parts in my head that I can hear, so I'll like do voice memos or whatever, and then I'll then take that to a studio, whack it down, write it properly, and then start producing it. Or I will be like on Logic, which is what I use to make music, and I'll just be going through different sounds, and sometimes it just like evokes a vibe that I like, and I'll just go with that, and then usually I'll like come up with a melody vocal line over it. So I think specifically for Endgame, I think I actually did start with the production first, which isn't usually my kind of go-to, but for that one it was. I think I started with the synth at the start, like the dun 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 dun, dun, that one. So yeah.
And that's cool. What I always mention him on the podcast. Do you know what? He's like a weird third guest of the show. Is We Love Ren, who's the musician from Brighton, and his music process is very similar. Like he will, like I think there's a song called "Illest of Our Time," and it's because he was messing around in the studio, and he made a sound that sounded like Streets of Rage, and he was like, "Ooh, I can make a song with this," and that's how it develops.
Yeah.
And then I guess you can add lyrics as you go.
That's it. I think it's whatever gets the spark going, and then when you have the vision for it, I think you just go with it. With whatever you have already.
Are you independent? Are you assigned to a label?
No, I'm independent as hell. I do everything. Everything. But it's good. It's good. I love it. I wear 50 billion hats, but I love it.
Well, so you're spinning all these plates. So you and Dan, I guess you're organizing events, your gigs, and do you do the graphic design, posters, things like that?
Yeah, no, everything. I edit the music videos. I do the production. I don't do the mixing. That's nice. Social media, editing, everything. Yeah, it's good. I love it.
But that like adds like, you know, I'll use Telford as an analogy of you build character because it does.
Yeah, it does. Building. No, honestly, I think it does, and it definitely builds your skin, like thickness wise and resilience, and yeah, I think it's good. It puts skin in the game.
Because I feel like things are changing when it comes to music, and it's because I'm sorry to mention it, but people like Ren, Token, there's a couple of other artists at the moment that are doing like these amazing things where they're taking on the record labels as independent artists, and it's causing,
cool, isn't it?
It's causing quite a bit of a scene. It's kind of punk rock, very punk rock.
Yeah.
So there's hope out there for you independent artists, and I feel like YouTube is great because it gives people a medium to sort of show people their stuff, but it's about bringing people to you. And how have you found that bringing people to you with social media and YouTube and stuff? Is that another beast of its own?
I think it is. I think I just try to put my art and my music out there and let kind of the people come like to me, I guess, but
build it and they will come.
It's obviously a lot no real, but obviously it takes a lot of effort, and you know, I think I'm just more focused on getting the art and the music out there consistently, and just pushing instead of like crying over not going viral, I guess, because I think it's just nice for an artist to feel at peace with putting your stuff out there and loving it and going, this is me, but I'm going to consistently put it out there, because I think it's really hard, or I've definitely found it hard to like balance the promotion of my music and then also feeling vulnerable enough to go write more. And that's been quite hard historically, but I think I've like starting to find a nice balance, which is I'm happy about.
It's amazing when you find that balance.
It is, yeah.
I had a hard lesson with You Suck, which is coming back, by the way, guys. Me and Tom Bruner were going to do a You Suck Light. It's just, so You Suck, US UK, was a network of podcasts. It was 5 podcasts, lots of people working on it. And I was getting conscious of the fact that we weren't getting like 1 million views. I was like, oh my God, we just interviewed Billy West. He's one of the greatest voice actors of our generation. And 100 people like looked at the video, like, we can't be bringing guests of that caliber. And Tom Bruno was like, dude, you need to chill out. And I was like, but I think it's a while afterwards I've realized that we need to make stuff for us. I need to make this for me. And it's like that's I'm learning that from you as well, is that, you know, we got to make music for ourselves. And that's a great analogy.
Totally,
in life.
Totally. It's very easy to get swept up in numbers. And I found the more that I relax and genuinely put it out with love, the more like easy it becomes to then attract people. But, you know, we're still learning, but that's just my findings.
So moving from the Shire to London.
The big smoke.
The big smoke. What's that been like as a transition for you as a musician?
It's been really, really good. I was really, really scared because I'm 23. So like I stayed in Shropshire for a while and I only moved like 4 months ago. But I think my soul definitely needed it. So I needed new people, extra people, new surroundings. I think being on my own is really good for me. And yeah, it's definitely brought me a lot more space to really crack down on what I'm trying to achieve, which is nice.
It's one thing to move because you want to chase a career and do something.
Yeah.
But to go from like the Shire to London is another thing. Lots of big things around you. How long did it take you to acclimatize to that and learn how the culture?
Yeah, I don't know. I like it. I think my brain is very fast anyway, And so I actually feel more relaxed when there's a lot of things going on around me all the time. So I found that interesting to learn about myself. And yeah.
I've not gone anywhere, by the way. I'll turn my camera off just to help the signal a little bit.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I did see that, and my thought drifted. So I was like, "What?"
For the listeners, I'm doing this on StreamYard. I haven't used this in ages, and I didn't realize how internet hungry this is. And this is how we're going to be doing things with Tom Bruno when we start.
Nice.
We need to think about how we're going to do this.
I can turn my camera off as well if that would help, if you think it would.
It's actually cleared up quite a bit since I turned mine off.
Nice.
We should be okay. So what have you been up to while you've been in London then? Have you been trying to get your name out there? Are you working? Have you got a full-time job? What are you up to down there?
So I've been doing a little bit of writing, but the majority has been editing my music video and getting Endgame ready for release. And now that's done, I'm going to move on to the next song, which is actually ready, which is good. But I want to get some more gigs in London. That's a goal of mine now. Now that's Endgame's released and that kind of thing. But yeah, for my paid work, I do video editing and social media for other businesses. So lots of editing for me.
Well, that leads on to my perfect segue for my next question. Is you know, your videos are very they're beautiful. You really put some work into the production of those.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Did you go to school for that? Is that just a talent is that something you've learned over the time?
I left college when I was 18, and I did my first year. I didn't do my second year to do music. But for my paid work, I learned how to do obviously video editing. So I've been doing the video editing for a while, and I studied graphics at college, so that I learned how to use Photoshop. What's helpful is that those skills have kind of helped me with paid work, but also my music. So it's saved a lot of money for me on editing music videos and hiring editors, because literally me and Dan are the only two people who work on the videos. So we film it together and then I edit it and it's bam, done. So it's such a win. So getting all the skills in there.
I do love a sneaky edit. I do love it. It's nice when you take. Do you know what? I'm using edits a lot on Instagram, because I used to use what did I used to use? I used to use Cajun Live, which is a free software just to make stuff. Do you know what I mean? But it's just, life is so much easier now with things like edits and TikTok that just put stuff together. But you can tell, can't you? You can tell when something's made with that and when something's made with something that's crisp like what you make.
Oh, thank you.
So I mean that's really cool. And it's good that if somebody's like, oh no, so if you join us, we need to do this for the music video and this for this, that you'd be like, well, no, I've got this. I can do that.
Yeah, I think what's really nice is that I can literally put my vision in that music video down to a T, and I don't have to worry about someone else not quite getting it, which is nice for me. And I don't know, I mean, maybe in the future, I'd like to maybe work with some video editors and that kind of thing. But at the moment, I'm super happy with just getting it down and whacking it out.
I think it's nice to be able to focus just on the music. I mean, I interviewed Sam Perry-Falvey, an amazing guy. He's a cinematographer for Ren. And we interviewed him earlier in the year. And it's like, when you have a vision, it's nice to have amazing talent around you, but sometimes it's probably easier just to do it yourself.
No, real. Yeah, I mean, it is one of those. I think at my level, it's such a great thing because I can do it and I can execute it in a good amount of time. And also that money is saved then for other things that are important, like the mixing and that kind of thing. So yeah.
And what's important to you when it comes to Greysha, the brand, the image, the style? What are the most important aspects of that?
Ooh, I like high contrast. Because I think my hair is quite long and dark, and I'm quite a pale gal. So I think I naturally have like a bit of a kind of contrast thing going on. So I've tried to lean into that. And I like bright lights and yeah, that contrast. And what else do I like? Kind of like a black and white without a black and white, if you get me. It's like
I know
color,
what you
but with
mean.
no color. So
I know,
yeah,
I get what you mean. I like there's like a noir style.
yeah, that's
The,
it.
especially the video that's filmed in Paris. It's such
Oh yeah.
a gritty style,
Hmm.
and I really like that.
Thank you.
Who does that really well? There's Marcus from Eyeside Media.
Hmm.
I was speaking to him the other day. He's the local Shrewsbury guys, and
Yeah.
they did something very simple. I interviewed Triple J, the rapper, who came around my
Yeah.
house, and Marcus came with him. He took a picture, and when he took the picture, he sent it back to me, and it just looked like a 1980s,
Wow.
1990s
Yeah.
droid, and I was just like, wow, like there's so much to that, isn't there? So
Yeah.
they can just make those decisions.
Hmm.
When it comes to being an independent artist,
Hmm.
what's the most important thing when it comes to your content that you make? What's the most important aspects that, if you were
Yeah.
to hit the big time, I want to keep this and I want to keep that, do you know what I mean?
I think being completely honest with everything that you're putting out and saying the things that I don't know might not make people uncomfortable, but saying the things that I think I would potentially in another world be a little scared to say, I would want to just say it. And I think that is important. And I think obviously
Yeah.
to maintain my branding, obviously that's important, but I think that's a given. And just I think just being real, just being a real person, and
Yeah, I was literally just going to say your music is
that's
so
so
real.
important. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
And that's really important, is that you have that unique authenticity, and
That's it.
that can get stripped away sometimes, and I think that's why maybe that's the reason why independent artists have been shunned for so long, because they're not saying a message that wants to be put out on mainstream media. I don't know. I don't want to get all technical about it, but it's a very cool movement now, because you can do what you want, say what you want.
No, literally.
What's been like your biggest like wow moment up until now with your music?
Oh gosh. You know what? I think I've had a handful over the past couple of months, because obviously I took a year off to write loads of music, which is great. But obviously I wasn't really kind of seeing anyone or doing gigs. So in the past couple of months, I've had a handful of people who have come to talk to me after shows and buy some merch and just like tell me that they love my music. And it is just such a nice feeling to know that. And people have like come back and seen like other shows, and it's just it's such a reward to know that people are genuinely connecting with the music and that they want to support what I'm doing, and they just come and watch me play. And that's literally why I do this. It is just, I don't know, just completely makes it worth it for me.
And also in London. Sorry,
yeah, no, I was just going to say, and also to see the same people supporting me when I came back after the year off, just still championing what I do is just so heartwarming. So yeah,
I'm blown away by your humbleness and how like you kind of like I love how people come back, because there is like I was talking about last night. We went for a picnic in the quarry.
I had a picnic the other day. So good.
I just want to give a shout out, by the way, to the guys. We were in the quarry having a picnic with friends.
Yeah.
And some guys sailed past the Severn on it was a paddling pool that they fashioned into a boat. They were just sat there in this paddling pool. I mean, the Severn's dangerous, but they were fine. They were just
sounds so fun.
And I was just like, all right, I put a picture of them on our Instagram and it blew up and everyone's chatting about it.
Give some inspiration, I think.
Shout out to those guys. But I was talking about narcissism. There seems to be like a real like a pandemic of narcissism at the moment. me and Timmy went to London over the weekend. My wife went to vote. She's from Colombia, so they're doing the Colombian votes. It was amazing. Me and Timmy did a walk around the bridges, and there's just like selfies. There's like tripods everywhere, influencers pouting down the camera. It's mad, isn't it? What's going on?
It is a little mad. I think. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know whether it's like COVID that tipped us over the edge, or like. I don't know. But like, I do get what you mean. I think people, there's definitely a lot more kind of like not obsession. I think people are just quite lonely. And so people lean into it. And so people don't see, I don't know. I don't think we socialize enough. I don't think we have community anymore. I think it's
more that we don't open up enough. We were kind of
true.
We create our own little radius of this is my bubble. This is my bubble. Welcome people into your bubble now and again. It's cool. It's I don't know. It's nice to see people like yourself. That's kind of like down to earth, grounded. Is what I'm trying to say.
I appreciate that.
And it makes it must make it harder though to go out there and actually work, because obviously you need cameras for videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Be associated with something of that caliber when actually you're making some incredible art that inspires people. And now you're in London, you're down there, you can put Shrewsbury on the map, Shropshire on the map.
That's it. Yeah.
We're going to be working at the weekend at the food festival, and we're working with 7 Video. We're going to be making, have you seen Subway takes?
No, I haven't. No.
Definitely worth checking out. It's on TikTok. It's on Reels and Facebook. It's just a guy who sits on the subway with his Oyster card, and he just says, "Right, what's your hot take?" And they start discussing whatever.
Okay.
So we're going to start making biscuit takes.
Oh my god, nice.
So around Shrewsbury, Shropshire, I don't care. It's going to be R-rated, so there's going to be some sweary stuff in there. I don't care, guys. It's content. The Shrewsbury Biscuit family friendly. Deal with it because it's got to be real. And we're starting off at the food festival with food hot takes. And I'm going to have cameras in front of me. I'm going to be talking to the camera stuff. And I'm going to feel like a bit of a knob, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
How do you get into like work mode? You got to entertain. You got to have some sort of ego when you go on stage, some confidence. How do you build that up before you do it?
I think I just try to think that all I'm there for is to connect with people, and I just need to talk to them as a person and not a friend. Well, maybe a friend actually. Yeah. Like it's for connection, and so there's nothing to worry about. Like I'm quite I'm the type of person where I try not to overthink how many people are looking at me and what I'm doing. I just try to do it, because I think the more we worry, the reality is that people don't really care as much as we do. And so if you can maybe make them care a little, I don't know. But in terms of like performance, I do get into like a mode. I have to just go into performance mode, but I don't think it comes from like an ego thing. I think it's more just I have to be present and I have to know what I'm doing, I think.
That's good. And you've been doing it. That's where we go back to, performing from a young age.
Nice,
You've got all that experience, and, you got the guitar, you got Dan by your side as well.
Yeah, that's it. Dan the man.
Is he like your crutch? Is he someone is he down in London with you? Or
no, he's
about him?
He's in Telford actually, which is where I am right now.
Hello, Telford.
Yeah, I know. Now that we've slated it.
I'm allowed to. I'm from Telford.
But yeah, exactly. But yeah, so we still see each other quite a bit. Obviously, when we perform and shooting videos, he comes down to London sometimes, and I obviously come down here. So we're definitely spending less time with each other. Which I think has been a little weird for both of us, because especially over the past couple of years when we were doing a lot of shows all the time before I took my year off, it was very intense, and it was like a lot of the time. But I think now we just really cherish the time that we are being creative together, which is really nice. Yeah. That's
good. It's good because that's how you grow as an artist, isn't it? And not that you're going to turn around to Dan and be like, Dan, I just feel like I've grown Just growing as an artist.
Shush, don't tell him. That was what I was going to next week, Dan.
We need to go separate ways. I'm sorry, Dan.
Yeah, it's not you, it's me.
Dan's a cool guy. I mean, we interviewed you both last year. And it's nice that you have that person that can help you grow as an artist, because it must be really hard out there by yourself.
I think like we have such a synergy when we're together creating ideas. It is just so good. I think we really complement each other in that way, because we're just both really creative, and especially live, and when we're thinking about music video ideas, it's just we're such a team on that, and it's great.
What kind of music do you listen to? That was just real hardball. Well, like, what kind of music do you listen to for inspiration, or does it come organically? Do you try and force a bit of inspiration, or?
Gosh, I mean, I think because I've been producing for a while, I think I kind of have carved my I go for a default. Like, I like my synths, I like my distortion, I like my drums, whatever. But in terms of the music I listen to, I mean, at the moment, I'm listening to a lot of like weird synthy music. It is weird music, I can't lie. But the stuff that's historically inspired me, I love the Beatles, I love Goldfrapp, I love Lana Del Rey, I used to listen to a lot of Lady Gaga and Katy Perry back in the day.
I'm trying to find the band I was listening to yesterday. What was it called? I've been listening to Baby No Money as well, BBN.
Oh, I actually love Baby No Money.
It's LMFAO. It's LMFAO for us, for the younger people. I'm trying to find who I was listening to the other day. It was like electric. It was like dance music mixed with like hardcore rock. It was just absolutely insane.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
I can't find what they're called. But yeah, I feel like at the moment I'm trying to listen to new music, but it's so easy just to lean back into stuff you love to listen to. Like, I've been listening to a lot of hip hop at the moment. I used to work with young people, and I used to put my playlist in the car, and they used to jive, like really jive with my music, but it's kind of like really hip hop heavy. So I'm listening to new music at the moment. Do you have to do that? Do you have to refresh your playlist now and again?
Oh, I don't know. I like going back to the old, like my old loves. So I don't mind like going back and my alarm. I don't mind going back and listening to like my favorite albums and stuff. I actually really like doing that. But yeah.
What about Shropshire music? Is there anybody in particular from Shropshire that you vibe with musically?
There's bands. I like Chasing August. They're cool.
Jack can just. I want to wear a Jack around my neck, like a bracelet, just to cheer me on every day. Little mini Jack. I was like, no, guys, we can do it. We can do it. Do you know what I mean?
I really like Miss Ink as well. I met her at the Shropshire Music Awards a couple of times. Oh man, who else do I?
I want to get Missing.
Oh, the Verse Saints as well. I love the Verse Saints. They're from
Verse Saints. I love Verse Saints.
Yeah, they're from Ludlow, which is where I went to college. So yeah, they're good.
I love those guys. I've been gushing over. I sent them a message the other day because I interviewed them at Loopfest. There's footage of me in a mosh pit with their music and beer thrown everywhere. I'm trying to hide my microphone.
You got to do it. Yeah.
And I said to him, like, you need to come on the podcast, but they're being rock stars and not answering.
Yeah, they're cool.
They're pretty cool. Miss Ink, I want to get on the podcast, but I'm scared, man. She's savage. She's
awesome.
She's awesome. Savage. So Miss Ink, I'll just shout out. We'll get you on the podcast. There we go. There's the band Electric Callboy. Electric Callboy are amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, if you want to just absolutely wig out in the car to just ridiculous music.
Okay, sweet. That's my next car music sorted.
So what are you looking for next with your, because you say you've written loads of songs now. How many songs have we got to look forward to now over the next sort of 12 months?
Well, in the next I've got a bank of songs which are all ready to be mixed, which is good. But in the next kind of 12 months, I'm going to be releasing my EP, which will be cool. So I'm going to get going on my next song from the EP. Release that hopefully in like the next kind of 3-4 months with a music video, which I'm so excited about. I was actually talking to Dan about it today, so we're cooking up some ideas. So yeah.
That's amazing. Is there any goals with your music? Did you want to get like on a soundtrack, or do you want to get it on the radio, or what's the plan with it?
I have some long-term goals. I would love to get featured on like films and series and that kind of stuff, like sync placements. That'd be really cool. Obviously would love to be on Radio 1. That's like a goal. But yeah, I just want to go as far as I can.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. And London seems like the great place to do it. I mean, you've only been there for sort of say 5 months, 5 months, but how do you stand out from the crowd in London? Because it's a lot of people there, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a lot of people. I think you just got to be yourself. I mean, I don't really worry about anyone else. So I just do my own thing, the same as I would be doing in Shropshire. And I think as long as you're just doing what feels right to you a lot of the time, you can't go wrong. You just go with your flow. And I think you don't need to worry about what anyone else is doing. So that's just my mantra, I guess.
I love that. I was going to say that's very un-Shropshire about you, actually. That's quite cool that you've got edge about you. I love that, because they say that we're too friendly, and I think
I am too friendly, to be fair.
Are you like smiling at people on the tube and they're like, what are you at?
Oh, that is one thing, actually. Yeah, no, people are a little bit less smiley, but depending on my mood, it's not a bad thing.
I give my son he wore a jumper. He wore a jumper to London, right? And the really hot day, and we got on the tube, and it's so hot on the tube. I mean, it's nice when you get that breeze through the windows, but and I sat and I looked at him. I was like, "Are you regretting the jumper now?" And and everyone in the carriage lady laughed, and I was like, "Oh, London people smile.
Have souls."
I love that. Now, when it comes to being a creative, it's common to burn out. It's something I'm conscious about. Again, not a musician. I just make stuff. I very, very came close to burning out over the weekend. I was like, because I'm planning this thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to take on the world famous Charlie Adlard on a drawing competition. This is very weird because I don't do art. The plan is we're going to meet up. I'm going to do a live drawing session with Charlie Adlard, Sam Pooley's Droid. I'm going to try and get Mike Perkins involved, a couple of famous, Dan Burns, I think. So we're going to do these amazing live drawing sessions, and then we're going to get the live artist to choose one, and she won't know which one's which. And if I beat one of those world famous artists, I prove that art is nothing, and anyone can do it. And I think what I'll do is actually prove the opposite, that these guys. Anyway, I put so much effort into planning this thing that I just couldn't be bothered doing anything. I didn't want to pick up a mic. I didn't want to do any editing. Does that happen to you? Do you burn out? And how do you get out of that funk?
I got so burnt out before I took my year off. In fact, actually, no, I was probably quite burnt out through that actually as well for half of it. Historically, I have really struggled with burning out and overloading myself, doing too much, and just kind of like literally just going at it, which I think is good. But, we're all human flesh at the end of the day. We're not robots. I mean, I really had to sort myself out, and I have. So I'm a lot better with that now. And I think I'm a lot happier, and I'm actually probably outputting more now than I was because of it. So yeah, I've definitely improved on that, but that was a big issue for me for a while.
You got to be selfish, haven't you? And say, no, I'm having some me time.
Hashtag me time.
Hashtag me time. Let me enjoy my bubble bath. Full of great analogies. I love that. So what do you do then to get out of that? Is it a lot of self-care, a lot of fun time with family, walks in the park?
I don't know, man. I think it's just a lot of the burnout for me is just putting insane pressure on myself. So I create a problem for myself. I kind of I feel like I'm a teacher, like hitting myself with like a belt or something. I mean, a lot of it is actually just giving myself a bit of kindness and just being like, okay, so you're feeling under the weather today. We're going to do as much as we can, and that is okay. That is your best. And I always try to do my best. So yeah, I mean, I think it's just not being so mean to yourself.
Great.
Also, just to let you know, I've got probably about 5 more minutes before I'm going to have to go because I've got rehearsal. Just let you know if that's okay.
Absolutely fine.
Sweet,
You've been amazing, really amazing with your time today, considering I had all these tech problems and stuff. But I think we're kind of coming towards the end of this now, and I feel like there are some rising stars in Shropshire with music, and I think you're one of them. I feel like
thank you.
We had a nice connection, I think, when we spoke to you at the Food
Definitely,
Well, it wasn't the food festival. It's because I've got a food festival this weekend, and it's on my mind.
Festival's on the brain.
Yeah, food festival, the Loop Festival, which again, a great space for musicians to grow is events like Loop Festival.
Totally.
And I suppose with London, you're gonna have more down there to look at with festivals and little things around. You know, be good. Listen, keep in touch with the show. Let me know when things are coming out. And if you're ever gigging up here and you've got some events coming on, let me know and I'll share the details, get people there, and I'll come to one of your gigs as well.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for having me on. I've really enjoyed it. It's so nice to speak to you again. Nice.
Yeah, amazing. Do you mind if I use a little bit of your music just to show who you are at the intro? Is that all right?
Go for it. Thank you so much. Yeah, awesome.
Brilliant. Amazing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, amazing guest. It's been Greysha. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
So there we have it. What a great interview that was with Greysha. Thank you so much for being such an amazing guest. And yes, next time Greysha's up from London and doing a show, maybe we can go along and get a photo, get some, I don't know, it'd be cool to see the show. Yes, I need to play something for you guys because it's something I'm very, very excited about and I want to share it with you. Now, if you're a fan of stuff that I've made in the past and have been making for years, this is going to rock your world.
All right, listen up, Spuds. This is Zap Brannigan, master of time, space, and everything else in between. And, winner of this year's Modesty Award. You're listening to You Suck with Al and Tom. Your one stop for this sort of thing. Yeah,
that is the intro music to You Suck, which is back. Featuring one of the greatest voice actors ever, Billy West. That's actually Fry from Futurama doing that voice, which we're very proud of. Me and Tom have recorded our first episode. I've been talking a lot about You Suck recently, US UK, on the biscuit, because I miss it. I miss my friend from America. I miss just sitting around and just chatting with my friend. And it's actually speaking to the Talking Shrimp guys that I started listening back to some of our older episodes, and I was like, you know what? Me and my co-host in Vermont, one of my best friends, we had such a good vibe, and there's no one else that I've recorded with I've had such good chemistry with. So You Suck is back. It's back on a smaller scale because it's just me and Tom, no agenda. We just sit and record, catch up with each other. I feel like now more than ever is a time to be, building bridges across the Atlantic, checking in with our American buddies, because you know what? Yes, I know there's lots going on in America at the moment. Yes, there's lots of bad stuff going on over here at the moment, but I don't want to talk about that sort of stuff. I don't want to get involved with anything that's eye-rolling, boring, anything that's just, I'm not here to rub anything in everyone's face. You Suck is now just going to be me checking in with Tom Bruno, and that is it. Yes, it's R-rated. Yes, it's a bit sweary, but I don't care. It's unfiltered and fun, and that's what You Suck is going to be. So, if you've never followed You Suck before, go over to Instagram, take a look for You Suck Podcasts Network, or You Suck Network, I think it is. You'll see it. There's pictures of me all over it. Give it a follow and just wait, because content is about to arrive. And me and Tom, after our first episode, we're absolutely loving it. And the news is that I'm going to New York in August. So this guy I've been recording podcasts with, we're going to meet for the first time, which is really cool. I'm really excited to be going to America with my family. Absolutely can't wait to go and see our first baseball show, Broadway show, and meet family that we haven't seen for a while. But of course, Tom Bruno is going to be there too. So yeah, there's lots going on and I'm very excited. I really am, can you tell? So yeah, thank you so much, Greysha, for being a great guest. And if you Greysha fans are listening to this episode and it's your first time listening to the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast, thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Please give us a follow on the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as well. And a lot of our stuff's going viral at the moment. I need to give a shout out to the guys that I saw. I was having a picnic with friends. I mentioned it in this episode with Greysha. But this came creeping down the Severn whilst we're having a picnic in the quarry. And they were in a makeshift boat that was made out of paddling pool. And it was just cool. I threw that up on Instagram. We went mental. Oh, you guys love that. It was great. So give our social media a follow because we're doing good stuff at the moment. And also make sure you check out the website, which is www.theshrewsburybiscuitpodcast.co.uk, lovingly made for us by our friends at Web Orchard. If you need a website for whatever it is you do in the world, they'll make the perfect website just for you. So make sure you check out Web Orchard. And if you go there because you've listened to this podcast, then tell them, and then I'll get a hearty high five. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode, guys. You've all been amazing, and I'll see you guys next week for, I don't know if it's Mike Perkins or if it's going to be the food festival. We've done both recently, and I don't know which one I'm going to release first. It's going to be one or the other. All I will say is there is some exciting things coming from the biscuit. I am in a very, very creative mood right now, and there's going to be some really cool stuff being released. So watch out for it. Guys, you've been amazing. Thanks for tuning in. Peace out.
I said I took my lumps, roll with the punches, made my bed, ignored my hunches. I focused on the wrongs of the baby, you are to change now. Let them talk, let them talk, let them talk. Took my lumps, roll with